Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Only 1 week away from our next pay-per-view, and we of course had that revelation last time on KEW that the ambulance that the Shinigami was carted off on is due to be crushed later. Live today, we have the Cyclops, of course, in action later, and we'll kick things off. Oh, and already Tanj couldn't even make it to the ring, and Andy's out and assaulting him on the ramp. Oh, into the stairs he goes as he throws him into the ring. The ref says, "Get out of here, you." This is supposed to be a one-on-one between Mark and Tanj, and Mark says, "Thank you very much for the hands up." Tanj looks determined to continue on, although I'm not sure what condition he's in after being introduced to those steel steps. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our first match of the evening. We do, of course, have the KW champion up later. Not that his title's on the line, but Mark here will look a gift horse in the mouth and look to go straight after the Tanj, straight out of the box after Tanj being assaulted on the ramp by Atomic Andy. Whips into the steps, and those two look set to go at each other. Oh, a nasty stomp there from Mark on the guts of Tanj, which of course will be hurting after being rammed into that steel stairs. Now he's saying to the big fella, "Get up, I'm going to show you what a little man can do." And oh, massive drive into the floor there, giving him everything of his little sausage, like a cocktail wiener in the face. Now Tanj whips his man into ropes, splashes him in the corner, whips him out, and then clotheslines him in the back nastily. Nasty shot from the Tanj there. He's got hold of Mark now, carries him over to the ropes, puts him on the ropes, gets hold of him, lifts him up, and big backdrop there. Mark now looks like he might be a little bit fuzzy-headed from that, and now Tanj spins his head sideways and stomps on it, and Tanj says, "You know what, steel stairs or nothing, come here to give a show to these people." Stomps on Mark's head again. "I'm going to give you a damn good match, son." Has hold of the arm now, stomping on the fingers. As we were saying before we were interrupted by Andy, of course, the ambulance containing the Shinigami due to be crushed live on air. A sickening twist from the Cyclops. He does, of course, have a match coming up next for us. He'll come in as the KW champion, and that won't change between now and the next pay-per-view. He just wanted a match to really showcase his significance and brilliance, and Mark goes for the pin here. Just a one count. And he said after his match, that's it. He's going to crush the ambulance live for us all to witness, ladies and gentlemen. Mark now telling Tanj to get back to his feet as he's outside. Dives outside and gives him a spinning DDT here. Of course, all of us are... drives him into the floor, a little bit distracted by the threat from the Cyclops. Mark with a jumping DDT there. Mark now gets hold of the Tanj, kicks him in the guts, and flips him over and drives him into the mat. We're up to a 5 count already, 6 count, and now both athletes look to make their way back into the ring. Up to a 7 as Tanj and Mark jump into the ring themselves. Mark with a few swift kicks there. And a nice little rolling kick there. And now bounces off and DDTs him into the mat, and Tanj spiking off the floor. Mark now gets him up to his feet. Looked like he was going to springboard off him, but Tanj gets hold of him, puts him on the rope, drags him off. And oh dear, this might be night-night Mark. Here he goes for that nasty little snap DDT off the second rope, driving Mark's face into the floor. You can see the cameras there taking the pictures of the big fella as he looks over his victim who lays forlorn and knocked out, it looks like, on the mat. Tanj now going up, perhaps he fancies getting froggy. Mark though getting back to his feet, and Tanj looked like he'd taken too long to pose, and no, TKO out of nothing. Tanj out of nowhere with a TKO, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Just a 2 count though. His Majesty somehow gets a shoulder up, showing the resilience that led him to becoming the KEW champion. And that kicks off the big fella back to his feet here. A nice little kick as Tanj tries to get up. Gets hold of him. Double leg drop straight into the crotch. A nasty one there. Nasty little clothesline from Mark too. Tanj rolling around on the floor now. Mark gets him up to his feet. Gets hold of him. Little elbow to the face. Now jumps on him. Nasty, uncomfortable looking DDT there. Looked like he folded Tanj up on himself, and gets hold of him here, kicks him in the guts, gets on top of him and flips him over for that driving powerbomb of sorts. Drives his head into the floor. And now the Tange crawling to the corner. Mark letting him get to his back to his feet perhaps. Starts to run up now. No! Drop kick in the spine. Nasty one, and a nasty little few kicks here from the former champions. They're really going at each other. Mark goes for the pin now. One. Just a one count there, though. I didn't think that was going to be enough after just a little stomping in the corner. Mark off the ropes. Oh, big moonsault off the ropes there. Showing off the athleticism. And now is it time to get Froggy. He's on the top rope. Frog splash. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count though. The Tange somehow managing to get enough to kick back out of this. Mark now telling his man to get to his feet, but he doesn't look like he knows what day of the week it is. And Mark pointing up here. Looks like he's counting down to something. Oh, goes for the hit and Tange is up. Oh, misses a clothesline and then gets hold of Mark now though. Picks him up like a little child. Tosses him over his head. And Mark now crawling to the corner. Tange with a nasty shot there. Gets hold of Mark. Snap DDT into the mat. Now pummeling him on the floor. Nasty there. He might have split the little fella open with those big hulking fists of his. Now gets hold of him. Oh, this might be that reverse Boston Crab we saw last time around. There it is. Will Mark tap. No, manages to wrench his way out of it. You can see the pure gut muscles on display there for Mark. Able to leverage the weight and the height of Tange against himself. Gets Tange on the ropes now. And now whips him, tosses him to the outside. You can see that hurt Tange's back. And you can see the blood on Mark's head. He looks. And now what's he doing here? Oh, nasty mid-rope drop kick there. Right in Tange's face. He took both boots in the face there, and a little stump from Mark there on the face of Tange, and a nice drop, a double legs on the arm there, up to a 1 count as Tange gets Mark back to his feet, tucks him in again, and I think Tange might be going for the right around. Oh, is that nasty, the royal crown there, fitting him for the crown jewels, gets him up, gets hold of him, and now he's got to whip him in the ring and look to finish it off. That's it, throws him in the ring, he rolls into the centre as Mark climbs in, and Tange rolling around, doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is. Mark taking the mickey, a little skipping over his opponent, rolls him over, and now he's onto the top rope. Is it time to get Froggy again? Oh, big dropping splash there, driving the feet into him. Now it might be time to get Froggy. It is! It's another frog splash, goes for the pin. Ref slow. 1, 2, 3, and there it is, with a little bit of help from Atomic Andy. Morton the Magnificent puts Tange away. A classic match between these two competitors, and Mark will feel good about that one, heading in to defend the tag team titles next week, of course, knowing that he's put Tange potentially out of commission. Atomic Andy will feel absolutely fueled up by that. Tange will be absolutely fuming with Andy and will look to take his revenge potentially at the next main pay-per-view, only a few days away now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move in then to our next match. It could be something of absolute fireworks here, ladies and gentlemen, because we have those threats, of course, that the Spyclops will, of course, be crushing that ambulance that contains the Shinigami live after the match. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone's headed over to the Twitter sphere, you'll be able to see that the ambulance has been standing there all week, rocking around. There it is, the KEW title, and the champion, the Spyclops, of course, taking the belt off of Atomic Andy a few weeks ago. After successfully defeating the demon, he thought, shoving him into the ambulance. And he since then has kept him trapped in there with demonic symbols and a ring of salt around the ambulance. It's all on the live feed, ladies and gentlemen. Go and watch it if you must. We will not be showing it as part of this broadcast, though. It's too grim, we were told, by the CEO, too macabre. As here comes the Spyclops there. Into the ring, the champion goes. Lifts the belt high above for the fans to see. He is, of course, here taking on one of the premier lads of the KEW. He wanted an easy matchup, he said to his old friend Giles. I'll have an easy one just before the main event next week, or the next match. And here he comes, the BFG.
And his opponent from London,
the men hate him, the women love him. The 600 pounds of pure British sex appeal. the shimmies, the hip shakes. The men hate him, the women love him, they can't get enough. He is an eyeball in more than one way. Slowly makes his way down to the ring, a little pound on the chest there, showing off to, there you go, the lady in the audience, she loves it. Look at her in the front row, she can't get enough. You can see her man's fuming next to her. He says, sit down, woman. She says, no, I want a full eyeful of this. In he gets, and she'll be getting more than an eyeful in a minute. And there you go, another lady in the front row there. You can see there, oh, her eyes, that one, the redhead in the back, her eyes fixated on the buns. The buns on show for her. The little shimmy there, he'll love it. The men, they're booing. You can see someone there waving the arms around. They're here for it too. Arm aloft. The BFG doesn't discriminate. Whoever loves him, loves him. What a virile man he is too. And here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The Spyclops taking on the BFG. Basically just a punch bag for him. The BFG, though, will think to himself, this is a cracking opportunity to potentially get some momentum going in the KEW. As a nasty DDT there from the Spyclops. He's going up top already. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. What's he doing up there? Saying to the... Oh, massive elbow drop there. He almost put the BFG through the ring. Christ. Big kick from the BFG there, though. Oh, 600 pounds and that big pinky toe of his. He smashes the Spyclops into the floor. You can see jittering around in the corner there, perhaps jiggling for the fans. Nasty axe handle smash on the back of the Spyclops. You'd have to wonder, though, ladies and gentlemen, if the Spyclops is a little distracted about what he has planned with the ambulance after the match. It's sitting poised precariously in the crusher, of course. Nasty DDT there from the Spyclops. Goes for the pin. One! Just a one count, ladies and gentlemen. And the Spyclops goes diving out of the ring. And the BFG there ducks out of the way of it just at the right moment. Now he's on the top rope and dives off. Big axe handle smash there. And the BFG throwing up the double V's there for the crowd. Picks up the Spyclops, adds him on the shoulders, drops his face into the ring mat. And ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a bit of disturbing news about the feed. Though I was speaking about earlier with the ambulance, it's gone dark, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that will not be happy for news for the Spyclops. He was reliant on that. Some technology issues, it looks like. The stream has gone dark, has gone off. Perhaps it's been taken down by some more noble censors who have decided that that's not the type of thing that should be shown anywhere. No one wants a public execution to be broadcast. But, the Spyclops will, of course, find that as a slight distraction, and maybe that's why the BFG here has managed to get a bit of momentum in this match. Look at that, screaming to the crowd, saying, I've got this one in control. The Spyclops, though, pushes his man to his feet, and if he's heard and he's got the news that there's issues with that stream and that broadcast, and he was hoping to have live, then that will be distracting him. The BFG a little on top here as the Spyclops crawls into the corner. The BFG gets hold of him, and a nasty elbow there from the Spyclops. Perhaps he'll use it as motivation now, though, to try and get him back into the match. Off the ropes. Oh, boots his face off. And now he crawls into the corner. And the Spyclops running over. Oh, nasty knee there. Almost sent him through the ring post. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen. But the BFG, battling for all he's worth here, gets hold of the Spyclops and rams him in the corner. Perhaps he's got some science-related issues he wants to deal with. Oh, went for the big splash and he gets out of the way. Oh, and punches his noggin off. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count though. The BFG getting an arm up. The Spyclops will be saying, how on earth he got out of that? I just gave him the demonic punch. The punch that felled the demon, and here he might be looking to put it away. The BFG stumbling around. Speared almost snapped him in half. Goes for the pin here, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Easily put away. Oh, hang on. The lights have gone out here, ladies and gentlemen. What's occurring? What's going on here? I'm not sure why the lights are dimmed. Oh, the lights have gone completely now. Some power issues everywhere. Oh, the demon is back. Oh, my goodness. The demon's here. Oh, he gets hold of the Spyclops. Up he goes. Down he comes. To demonic choke slam. He says to him, I'll see you next week, sunshine. Oh my goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen, we've not seen the Shinigami for weeks. It's been since he's been locked in the ambulance. I said the stream went down, and now if you go back and look at the stream, it's up. The ambulance is bust open. The Shinigami's here. The Shinigami's back to take revenge. Goodness gracious me, ladies and gentlemen, what an explosive match that'll be. Will the KEW Championship be on the line for the Shinigami? Oh my goodness me, only time will tell. And our next pay-per-view coming up, and here we go straight into another one. We've got the Plowman and the Firefighter. The Firefighter not waiting around in the ring and looking to beat the life out of the Plowman immediately. These two, of course, have absolutely gone at each other, hammer and tong. There you go, you can see the referee trying to get the match started, and the Firefighter is not giving him absolutely any movement there. He's beat the life out of the Plowman before the match has even got started. He's giving him a good booting here, ladies and gentlemen. But wow, what an explosive finish we had to that second match. The Shinigami back out of nowhere, seemingly. He looks healthy, he looks healed up, he looks ready and raring to go, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen? As the Firefighter now takes it to the Plowman in the corner. Goodness gracious me, our next pay-per-view only a few days away, and it's going to be an explosive one with those two getting to grips with one another, and these two perhaps as well. Oh, massive DDT off the second rope from the Firefighter, and the Plowman looks like he's been put to sleep by it. Goodness gracious. Now off the second rope. Oh, second rope stunner there. He's been trying to get that one going for ages. The Firefighter lets the Plowman crawl to the corner. Well, these two absolutely hate each other. We've had a few matches here, ladies and gentlemen, where people have just been having the life beaten out of them. Of course, Tanja sorted by Atomic Andy, and then the Shinigami turning up to choke slam the KEW champion. The spike clock's almost through the ring, and now the Firefighter taking the Plowman to town. Goodness gracious me, diving elbow off the top rope. Oh, he almost split his face open, I think. Goodness gracious, is he looking to put him to bed already? The Plowman struggling to get back to his feet. The Firefighter, oh, I thought he was going to put him in the fireman's carry, but a big elbow there from the Plowman gets him somewhat out of it as he throws the Firefighter out of the ring. You can see the crowd booing him there. He turns his back on him disrespectfully as well. The Firefighter waits for him to get out of the ring. Silly move perhaps, a few swift hits and chops there. Oh, and that nasty elbow in the back of the head from the Plowman there, showing off to the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, goodness gracious, these two athletes really don't like each other. The Plowman has hold of him now, spins him round, nasty knee to the face, and down goes the Firefighter. The Plowman, of course, one of the more dangerous wrestlers in the KEW, has hold of the Firefighter and throws him into the ring. Climbs up into the second rope. Now the Firefighter slow and sluggish to get back to his feet. The Plowman has hold of him now, though. He still, of course, has that steel briefcase, and spins around on the middle rope there. Oh, dives off. Oh, massive diving knee off the top rope there. Diving back into the ring, and now taking a look at the Firefighter down on the floor. He'll be thinking that earlier assault did you absolutely no favours. Since then, it's been all Plowman pretty much. And rams his man into the corner, gets hold of him here and scoop slams him down onto the mat. The Firefighter rolling around, doesn't like he knows what day of the week it is. The Plowman goes up to the top rope and now up off it. Oh, big crossbody there. And the Firefighter, I thought, managed to whip up to his feet in time. This might be dangerous here. He's going to... Oh no! He went to go and try and put his boot through his face, the demonic Plowman's boot, but no, reversed by the Firefighter into what looked like a TKO, and now he's got hold of him by the tummy, he spins him up. Big sit-down powerbomb there from the Firefighter, and he's shifting the momentum completely in this match. Has hold of his man. He might be about to go for another powerbomb here. No, the Plowman's managed to punch his way out of it, ladies and gentlemen. And spinning neckbreaker from the Plowman. The Firefighter's down and then pushes his man off there. And these two very much not happy with each other here, ladies and gentlemen. The Firefighter on the outside leaping over those steel steps, gets hold of the Plowman and rams his face into the hard matting on the side there. And then they lock up the two of them. He's whipped back into the ring. And now the Firefighter pulling the stuff off the table, clearing it. Oh, but there comes the Plowman, flying out of the ring, catching the firefighter whilst he wasn't paying attention, and a little hit there, gets hold of him from behind and goes for the big backdrop on the outside. Goodness gracious me, these two beating the living daylights out of each other. Kicks him in the guts. He might be going for a pedigree here. Yes, he is. Oh, and now the firefighter looks like he might be unconscious. That table's still cleared off. He's got to be careful, because if the ploughman gets any kind of momentum here, he might be looking to put him through that table sooner rather than later. Showing off to the crowd, the ploughman trying to build up some sort of momentum. On a nasty elbow there. The firefighter in a real spot of trouble on the floor. Picked back up to his feet now. The ploughman looks to take him back in. No, rams his face into the edge of the ring, and a little kick there that he's missed, but he's taking his time getting back to his feet, and the firefighter has hold of him and shoves him down across the ring now. Oh, kicks him back to the floor as he was trying to get up, picks him up here. Now the ploughman's got back hold of him, launches him back in the ring, and in comes the ploughman through the second rope, and the firefighter's ducked under, and big shoulder barge there off the ropes, and again another big shoulder barge. Says to him, get your feet, ducks under it, and now spins him up, and drops him down. And look at that, the firefighter showing off as the ploughman tried to get back to his feet. The firefighter said, oh no you don't. Big punch there, drops the ploughman down, and now look at the power on display from the firefighter. Picks him up by his tummy, spins him around, slams him down onto the mat. And now the ploughman might be in a spot above or rolls him over, and I think he's going to go for it again, showing off the strength, screaming to the crowd as he flips him over and slams him down, drops the elbows square on the face, and the ploughman might be in a spot of bother here. He's now got hold of him, spins him round. He might be dragging him into the centre of the ring, or it might just be time for someone to be getting an alarm installed. He picks him up. One more time by the guts, spins him round, slams him down, and I think he's actually broke him in half, ladies and gentlemen. The referee looks like he's called an end to it. He has indeed. Goodness gracious me. It was an absolute slobber-knocker between the two of them, and I think it's gone to the firefighter. It looked like he had absolutely knocked the stuffing out of his opponent, and he couldn't move anymore. That assault, ladies and gentlemen, turned out to be pivotal in concluding that match and concluding this week's KEW. What an explosive KEW we had. 2 assaults, and then the Shinigami turning up out of absolutely nowhere to give himself the opportunity to have a title shot next week or in our next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and join us in our next pay-per-view, which is coming up very soon.